All right. Think we are, I can think that. Well, this is my speaking activity number 4, and the time of this is to who I am. Well, I I choose this picture because it's Peter Parker and Elmer. So Peter Parker, I think it's like me in some cases because I always want to do my best every time, but in some cases I fail and must fail every time, but I never give up. So I think I like him in some cases because I don't have the superpowers, but I have the or only the mind, or it could be interesting. Oh, in a curious absence, something curious that Peter Parker is a mechatronic engineer too. So it's good that some of my favorite superheroes are the same degree of mine. But on the other hand, the speaking activities of this is the degree that I studied in UVD. UVD. Well, what is about? I told you that I studied mechatronic engineer. Here is picture of the UVG that I want to create that because mechatronic is something like you are playing with robots, but try to concentrate a little bit of how they act, how they can be, or what do you want to do in a factory. Like there is um yeah, there's maybe I don't see it like too much, but it's the interesting discovery. That's the old question that why should anybody pursue the degree? Well, it's a degree, a good degree that you can have most because in this time that the now children we have to do it because in some cases the artificial intelligence it's could be interesting and I can do well. Now I don't have to do, but in the future that I could make an artificial intelligence. Maybe or I could make a good car, or maybe I only could make a good drum to play with. Well, in some cases in your library, um, you could do this. You have the some presentation. It could be, I don't think it's, but in Suecia, it could be 1 million quetzals that you get per year for do a mechatronic. So it's more interesting. That's the other one. A question is, what makes your degree so interesting and appealing for you? Well, from the start, it's interesting for me because I always like to play with Legos. And when I see a career, I think maybe architecture it could be a bad idea because there's too much. I don't think like that. And the other cases, I in the school always be good for physics and math, and maybe all right, maybe being with engineer. What's the problem? When I see in the UVG, I see this career. This career takes all my passions because there are some. I can build something whatever I want. I can create that buildings. I can program all the system, and I can do whatever I want because if some cases I want to do a pencil case, I do a pencil case, but in some cases I want to do artificial intelligence, I do it. So it's interesting for me because I have my passions. And the last one question for this page is, what has been the most difficult aspect of the degree that you have found so far? Oh, um, on the first time, uh, well, when I in school with this career, they say me that this career is the most difficult of the engineers. So it's bad. Like, oh, yeah, why it's so difficult this career? Well, this career is too difficult because they maybe 3 or 4 engineers, like the electronic engineers, the design, the industry engineers, the biomedical engineers. You earn all of these, and combining a new degree. So it's really special because you are in some cases studying the system with the codes, but in other class you maybe have the design to do this, and the other one you have to know what material have you to do with this. It's cool, yeah. Well, in so far, so in the future, maybe I don't know, but it could be some cases that maybe physics don't claim, or maybe could be, well, this is my imagination. I think that in some cases there are some facts that you don't need it. So, like a drone, if you don't know uh, how the matter have to recite that, it could be a problem. So, in my last page, I gave you my plans for the future. Here are two images that I like too much. The first imagine, oh, well, we'll start on the right one, the shoes. Well, these shoes appears on first time on the Back to the Future 2, the movie. It's an interesting movie. I like that movie, but I want to create that shoes because when I see the first time that you only put and touch a button to put them, it's, oh, that's amazing. I want some there, but I in the moment here, um, there is the shoes that are too much. The cost is too much. They are much expensive, but they don't. You have to appear on your case. You don't have to touch a button and do whatever you want. So I want to make that, and it's clever. Well, on the image on the left, like the first image, is the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory, a TV show that I like too much, and it's interesting because I want to be like them. Like they are know a lot, they are playing a lot, and they have a good life because in some cases the middleman, the Sheldon Cooper, is a genius. Well, yeah, and he still like a child. I want to be like that. Like I can be a genius. I can, and yeah, I want to be a genius, and I would like to keep my childhood good because I don't want to take all the sense like an adult. I only want to be a child that playing all the time and read some comics or playing video games. So this all for my presentation, and goodbye.